Oh my god, your poor dad.
And welcome. How's that for radio host?
Welcome back to Your Poor Dad. You guys want Bailey? You're going to get Bailey.
Here she is.
Oh my god. Do we have to introduce ourselves?
I'm Bailey. And here I am.
I'm Paige.
And I'm Jade.
Thanks for listening to us another week. We really appreciate you. Instead of waiting for the end, guys, make sure you subscribe. Make sure you tell your friends. Get the word out there about Your Poor Dad. We would love to just have 1 million followers.
Yeah, that's just 1 million.
Just 1 million.
Just 1 million. No more, no less.
And I have seen pretty much no support, even from, Bailey, on Get Our Poor Dad to Soldier Field. So if you could help us, hashtag Get Our Poor Dad to Soldier Field. I mean, if we can get 10,000 people to subscribe to this podcast, I will show my boobs on camera.
Okay. This is not OnlyFans.
Okay, never mind. Just kidding.
But seriously, hashtag Get Our Poor Dad to Soldier Field.
And here's the thing about me, like, whenever I make a bet like that, I never do what I say I'm going to do. So just know, like, 10,000 fans subscribe, you're probably not going to see my boobs.
We hope not.
Yeah. What?
10 million, we'll talk.
Yeah.
We'll
Now
talk.
we're talking.
All right, well, let's start with some updates.
All right. Do you
Jade,
want me to go first?
Heck yeah.
So this is going to come as, it sounds a lot weirder than it is.
Okay.
I made a friend on TikTok, and she came out to Austin this weekend, and it wasn't weird. And she's like,
Honestly, that in itself, it could have gone so many different ways. I
Yeah.
was like, ooh, this is either going to be a fun new friend or disaster. So glad it was good.
yeah, I mean, I could tell that she was a cool girl before she even got here, or else it would have been TBD. And knowing me, if she was cool or not, I would have been like, yeah, come to Austin, because like I don't really know how to navigate that situation. You guys know. But yeah, it ended up, she was really cool. Her friends were really cool. I got some brand connections this weekend because we kept tagging the brand Big Dogs.
I saw that.
And if you guys don't know what Big Dogs is, it's an iconic brand from, I mean, I think they started in the 80s, but I know them best from the 90s because they used to be, they had a store at this mall we'd always go to. And so we tagged them in all of our posts, and then they responded back, and I asked them for free clothes, and then they ghosted me.
Nice.
So I am on a campaign trail to get sponsored by Big Dogs.
And to get Our Poor Dad to Soldier Field.
Yeah, maybe Big Dogs could help us get Our Poor Dad to Soldier Field.
Yes. Love that.
Yeah. Bring Big Dogs back. And so all weekend we were like making random guys, because Big Dogs, like their whole brand, they have like really like funny sayings on their shirts. Like, if you can't get on the green, get off the grass. And it'll be like the dog golfing.
It's cute.
And so we kept having guys say that on our like Instagram stories, and then we'd be like, hoo, 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 hoo. So that was just one thing that made me really happy this weekend.
Well, that's fun.
So if you can't get off the green, but everyone would say it wrong. They'd be like, if you can't get off the green, then get on my grass. That's like not the saying.
Sick.
Also, an update that's really exciting. I'm surprised it took this long. I got my first unsolicited portrait of a phallic object that is attached to a man.
Dick pic.
a dick pic, yes. And it came out of nowhere. And this guy, I was like, oh, he started out the conversation like pretty funny, and it only took him a few minutes to take it there.
So do you think
in the chamber, he had the safety off, he was ready to go.
do you think he just like had that pic saved on his phone, or do you think he did it like right then and there?
Well, no, he loved that picture.
I know.
He's like, this is a good
I mean,
one.
it looked like a nice.
Ugh.
Like
it looked like
he was proud, and I could see why.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then, but it was like the sheet was over it, and you could tell he was taking a picture under the sheets, under the covers. So I don't know if there was like other people in the room, because I also saw that he was on travel mode in Miami and he lives in Austin. So I don't know if he's like like looking around, like my friends are sharing this hotel room with me, and then
So it was probably a live photo. It wasn't like a choose from library. It was like take photo.
I don't.
That is disgusting.
Honey, I was like, honey,
You wanna
get that
know-
little pecker back in your pants.
Was it at attention or just like
Oh, it was
on
at
standby?
totally erect. Didn't I send it to you?
You
guys?
sent it.
Not to me.
And yeah, she sent it to our group.
I did not see
You
it.
don't
And I'm
look at
okay
my
with that.
penis pictures?
And it kind of looked like a worm, and it looked like that worm from SpongeBob.
I thought it went kind of like
worm.
it was
Whatever
like
it is.
an upside down triangle.
It was a worm wearing a helmet.
It was a long helmet too. The helmet was like covering up a cone
He's
head.
a soldier.
Yeah, he was fully just
Soldier at attention.
yeah, and the grooming was like also weird because he shaved the top and like left some on the sides. Like it was a Larry David penis picture.
Maybe it was like
I didn't
with the
notice
fish,
that.
the fish head lens, or the fish lens, and that's why it was so pointy at the top.
Bailey,
Oh,
that
yeah,
might be
that
it.
might be it.
Okay,
But yeah, so then I was like, of course, knowing me, I was like, I'm not unmatching this person because I need to like, mess with him.
oh my.
So then I like let it sit for a second, and then I went back to like ask him what his Instagram handle was because my plan was to post our conversation and then block out the
Oh my
penis
God.
picture and then tag him.
Oh my God, what is wrong with you?
Well, I wasn't gonna dox him. I wasn't gonna say his name. I wasn't gonna
If you
show
tag
his,
him, then yeah.
Well, I wasn't gonna show the penis. But if you're okay,
Just
I didn't do
continue.
it. Yeah.
Just continue.
But he had already unmatched me.
Because you didn't send the boobs quick enough.
Well, he was like,
The boob.
he just sent, "I'm horny," and then sent me a dick pic, and I was like, where did we go? How did we get here? There was no buildup. It was literally like, "I want you," and I was like, "Oh yeah?" Question mark. And he goes, "Yeah, I'm horny." Sent
Okay,
me
I have to say, the weirdest picture I've received from a dating app match was I matched with this guy, and he was cool. He was like, "Okay, can I have your number?" Yes, cool. He was like, "Hey, can you send me like a couple pictures of yourself? Like I was catfished, like really bad, like just like not on your profile, like maybe like with your friends or like whatever, so I
Yeah.
know that you look like how you look." And I was like, "Yeah, for sure." So I did, and then I was like, "Well, you want to send me some too? Like why not?" And because I didn't know what else to say. So he sends me a couple pictures, and then he goes, "Oh well, I guess I'll keep it PG for you." And I was like, I was like,
Yeah,
okay. I was like, yeah, I'm not looking for any dick pics. And he was like, "Oh, but I mean, like, I could go PG-13. And then I'm like, well, fuck, now I gotta know what that means. Because, like, what does that mean, right? I received a picture. Imagine this. This man is laying in his bed on his tummy.
Okay.
And he's like holding the camera like
No.
like it's like
Like
he's
a
taking
butt
a
pic?
it's like a selfie but like of his butt, and he's like not wearing any pants, and he looks like a toddler for some reason. Like it looks like
Like he's waiting, like he's doing tummy time.
like he's doing tummy
Without a
time,
diaper on?
or like he's like waiting for like mommy to go get the diaper to like she's like after changing him or something. Like it's just like selfie mode with like a white butt in the background, and I was just like,
You know what?
what?
Okay. I don't know how. That's actually a good picture for a girl to send. But like right. But what I'm thinking is that he got inspired by one of the nudes he's received. And here's the thing, guys and girls can't be sending the same poses. There's literally only one pose like for a guy to send, and it's a penis pic, like
Underneath the covers?
yeah, because I mean, like
was some creative
any
ability.
other nude is kind of like will give you the ick. And here's what I do, like man, our parents listen to this. I'll ask for it just to make like feel dominant over them.
Yeah, I don't ask for it. I did not ask for that, and then I didn't.
But
know
I did not ask for
Paige
this
says,
one.
I don't send them, I just get them.
And then I didn't know I had no idea what to say back to that, because I was very,
very turned off. And I was just like, I don't want to continue talking to this person ever.
Yeah, because it's like, if that's what you're coming out of the gate with, like, you can
Loser.
only be weirder.
Like, it was the weirdest picture I've ever seen in my life. And I was like, oh my gosh, he's
Buffalo Bill. He's going to send you one with, like, tucked between his legs. And
I don't know why. I just, like, imagine Tommy Pickles for some reason. Like, I don't. It was weird.
Oh my God, that is
Anyways.
so gross. But yeah, I think that's pretty much. So the apps have been really not great for me. And so I'm just like out here just letting, I'm going to let go and let God. And I'm just not really hanging on the apps.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well,
C'est la vie.
we'll talk more about
Cheers.
dating later.
Okay.
But yeah, my week has been pretty good. My friends celebrated me all weekend for my birthday, so I was really excited. This sweatshirt's actually a birthday present, so love that.
Frank shirt?
This is Frank's shirt. No, but then my friend from Houston came in town, so we just went eating and drinking around Austin, so it was a lot of fun. Love them for it. And yeah, besides that, really boring week.
Aww.
I know. What about you, Bailey? Well, I'm drinking out of my Aunt B cup because I'm an auntie to the first human. My friend had her baby. Did you even know that?
No, I didn't know that.
I'll tell you later. She had her baby and it's really cute. It is really cute. I'm also wearing my...
Vaginal?
I haven't asked that many questions. Also, like, she wasn't opening my Snapchats, and that's like mostly how we talk. And I was like, she's definitely birthing this baby right now.
Busy.
Yeah. So I kept like stalking her location. And I was like, she's at the hospital. She's at the hospital. And I was like, oh my God.
You could see on Snapchat?
I can see, like, we share a location with each other.
She was stalking.
Yeah, I
Got
was
it.
actively stalking her because I knew what was happening. And then she texted me. I was on Rainy Street, and I got 2 pictures, but they weren't loading. And I was like, my friend just had her baby, and she sent me a picture, and I was like so anxious because they wouldn't load for at least 10 minutes. I like went outside, and I was just like standing there staring at it. And my friend's like, brought over shots, and I was like, okay, give me a second. I gotta see this freaking baby. She's really cute.
Oh my gosh.
She's really cute. Usually newborns are like
Ugly?
ugly at first.
That's why I'm
'cause they're
thinking
like,
it's C-section.
I don't know, but
but
it's none of my business. I didn't
she's
ask yet.
very cute. She's
It's
got a
none of
little
your business?
button nose.
I mean,
That's usually the first
is
question
my
I
business.
ask. Before I want to see a picture.
I asked her every question in the beginning. And I was like, can I be in the room when you give birth? And she said no. And I was like, okay,
Yeah,
fine.
why would you
I
want
found the
that?
boundary. Why not? Wanted to be there. I was excited.
Yeah.
Well, that is
But she said
exciting. So something else that happened this week. Bailey and I are really into Love is Blind. And
Yes.
we watched like the first like 5 episodes, whatever, waited until the next like 3 or 4 came out. And now we're all caught up. We made you get caught up.
Yes.
And so I know Bailey's thoughts.
Okay.
I need to know your thoughts.
Okay, let me just preface this that I was so hungover on Sunday. Like, I haven't had a hangover like that since Thanksgiving. And I was in and out of consciousness on my couch, just like falling asleep. I watched the whole thing. And so I have the gist, but I'm missing some pieces, but I get the players.
Okay.
So I know you guys aren't going to like this.
Okay.
Guess what you don't like.
We already.
Paige told me.
Okay. I actually don't mind Shaina.
Can I ask why?
Because I think that we're not seeing the whole story.
That's what I was going to say. I think it's good that Shaina has someone on her side because I don't think the world is.
I think the
On
world
her
is being
side?
so hard on her. And I think
I don't think that's fair.
I think that her and Shane clearly had like a very intense connection. And I think he is just extremely needy. And his love language is words of affirmation.
Mm-hmm.
And I think she wasn't able to give him that validation. And Natalie was. So like Natalie was that obvious choice for him.
Or
And
more compatible.
yeah, maybe. And I think Natalie was super vocal when they came back from the pods. And so I don't think Shaina felt like giving him all of that because she also could hear Natalie's side of everything. and she probably naturally just like put her guard up. And I think Natalie, Shane, and Shaina are all annoying.
Okay, yeah, but first of all, my biggest thing with Shaina is like she's really, really going in on this faith thing, right? So it's like, which like I have nothing to say about anyone's faith except I'll say something about Shayna's, because she's like going on and like how like faith is the number one thing that she needs. Like she needs a
godly man.
But like all she was talking about in the pod, someone to lead her in her faith. Mm-hmm. But in the pod, she's talking about how she likes to fuck 5 times a day.
Okay, but why does like believing in God have to mean you don't want to get fucked 5 times a day?
Because you're not supposed to get married, have sex before marriage.
It just depends
and so she's not.
But I think like
there's different ways to see it.
But I think there's also a difference between like being a Christian, believing in God, and then being like an atheist.
I agree. It just seems like the way she's talking about her faith is very traditional. Well, and then I'm like, I think you're leaning into this more than you should because you're looking for like a reason because you don't like Kyle.
No, I think that how I took it is like, I think she wants somebody to like be able to pray with, go to church with. And obviously like I think when you say like you are a Christian, it automatically puts you into this thing. By the way, I am like not a Christian at all. I think when you say you are a Christian though, it automatically puts you up on this pedestal for people to judge every single thing you do. Like, that's not Christian. That's not Christian. And I don't think that's what Shaina means. I think she means she wants somebody that's going to be able to like participate in the church stuff that she probably grew up doing. And I think when somebody says like they're atheist, that's like a hard no versus somebody being like, oh yeah, like I guess I believe in God. I don't know what I believe in. That's different.
Well, whenever he came to meet her family, it was very different. It was much more like
traditional,
like, so that's, I mean, it was just,
well, I was like,
and you must have been asleep for this part, because whenever she came to the party and like talked to Shane.
Oh, I saw that.
Like, come on. She was hoping, I think she thought that by telling Shane like, yeah, like it's not, me and Kyle broke up, like I still have feelings for you. I think she was hoping that that's all that was going to need to be said for him to be like, oh my gosh, I still like you too.
But that's why I think it's weird she didn't stay in Mexico. I'd be like, okay, Kyle, I think that we shouldn't sleep in the same bed. I think that we should like have some distance. She didn't want to
sleep in the same bed.
Oh, that was an excuse.
Exactly,
yeah.
But
I think it's all an excuse because she just didn't like him.
Kyle, yeah. But I think also
which is fine.
She is like a really hot chick, and I think she's just like,
and she has so many followers.
No, that was the other girl.
Oh my god,
that wasn't Shaina.
I thought that was Shaina.
By the way, when I saw that girl, the girl that was like, I have so many followers, I think every guy here likes me. I was like, me? Is that me on screen? Like, that's why I just could never be on this show. But yeah, I think also like I think she felt like she had an equally strong connection as Natalie. And I also think there's something to the story there that we're not seeing and they're not showing us, because Nick was like validating her kind of in that.
Nick loves the drama.
Oh my God, Nick
was so excited.
Nick would be my best friend. And I think also like, first of all, I know I'm basic and I feel like I kind of relate to Shaina a little bit where, you know, I don't know, like my worst side of me. Like, I hope I wouldn't act like that, but I'm like, fuck.
Also, you never know what you're going to act like and how much footage they have and what they're going to choose to show. So, like,
yeah.
But it could be any side of you that
I don't know how the editing could have been any different for her. Like, that conversation with Shane, whenever he was like, don't try to mess up my relationship with Natalie, whatever.
Yeah.
And then she's like, you think you guys are compatible? That is comical.
Like, I think that's when she let her, like,
she was losing it.
Yeah, she definitely lost control of what she was saying. I think she was really acting out of anger at that point.
But also, I mean, how obvious do you have to be like, hey, Natalie, like, if things don't work out with Shane, I got someone for you.
Also, I wonder, like, what that conversation was like, because Shaina was like, it was taken out of context, and like it seemed like she was holding back. She was like, let's talk about it. I'll talk to Natalie about it.
I think she wanted to like
she was
turn
like,
it around because she was like,
Yeah.
well, it's crazy that you guys are even talking about me. Like,
Yeah.
if I'm a problem in your relationship, like, why are you even talking
And he
about
was like,
me?
you're not,
Yeah.
but like,
I mean, you guys are probably right.
he was like, it offends me.
Well, we have the
that
same
you're-
opinion as the rest of the world right now.
yeah. I mean, here's what I think. I really don't think Natalie and Shane are that compatible. I think
They
that
get in
Do
a
you think
big
it's
fight.
comical?
They get in a fight. We see it in the next episode.
Oh, we do?
Yeah.
In the previews for
They
the
get
next-
in a fight like the night before, like 2
The
days
wedding?
before the wedding or something.
Well, here's what I think. I honestly think Natalie is, and I don't mean this in a mean way to Shane, because I think he is a good person, but I think she's too good for Shane, and she's settling for Shane because she seems extremely type A and a perfectionist, and she's honestly like somebody that mirrors whoever she's around, because she's like, oh, I validate everyone. I tell them like, basically she's saying I give words of affirmation, and then
I disagree.
what?
I disagree because like Natalie like was very like stood up for herself. She's like, why do I need to tell you that like you look good all the time, or that like
I know, but
love
she
you all the
said
time?
that in
She's
the
like
pods.
she's like, I'm not like that. Like I don't need to tell you that every day. I don't need to do this every day. And
But
he's
she
like,
told him that in the pods that she was that person, because he was very upfront with her, like, I need a lot of validation, like I don't like when people like basically poke fun at me very much. And she said, oh no, I'm gonna be your biggest cheerleader, I'm like this. And then on the beach he was like, you joke around so much, like, and I'm sure that's got to be like kind of annoying for him when he's like, I'm a more sensitive person.
sensitive.
He would not like me.
he would not like me.
Yeah, he wouldn't like either of us.
But
like me.
I am really, because like the last episode ended with like Danielle
oh my god,
saying like, yes, like I do, and then it's like, is Nick gonna say yes? Because
He's sweating his baguettes off.
Okay, can we move on to Danielle and Nick?
put him down. No, but Danielle, self-sabotager.
Danielle is such a weirdo. The video games threw me off.
Yes.
Rock band.
Rock band plays rock band so much she needs them out at all times.
Like this was filmed in 2021. When did Rock Band come out?
I was playing rock band in my dorm room in 2006.
It was so like understanding for Nick to be like, well, don't you think we could just like put it over here? Still
put
out.
it
It wasn't
in-
even in a closet. It was just like in the
put it
corner.
away, and she's like, I like having it out.
Yeah, I play it every day.
Why?
Why? How do you have the time to play rock band every day?
But she also has her little blow up pink guitar just in case someone wants to play the air guitar.
And she called it air guitar. I was literally, that's the most shocking thing. And then when she was like, I have like all these closets, I'm like, for what? Like, get rid of something. Get rid of something. And then she pulls out the freaking hot
costumes.
dog.
And then here's what got me with that is he was like, oh, like, what did you buy these for? And she said, just, I get targeted ads. I thought she was going to say, like, I have a lot of costume parties. Or, like, whatever. It's like,
Oh, I bought
themes.
this for hot dog day.
Like, she
Naturally.
just, I cave into targeted ads.
That's
what?
a red flag. If you're buying targeted ads like that, and if you live in a house with like 3 different closets packed to the brim of clothes, and you're like, I'm not compromising, red flag. And then she's like, my friend broke my table, and he's like, understandably so, extremely worried about that.
My biggest thing with her, aside from that, is the fact that, like, Nick is the most mature and, like, understanding one of all of them. And, like, Danielle is, like, she always tries to find a fight. Like, she is like searching and like prying for a freaking fight.
Yeah.
And he's tries to be so understanding. At first he's like, I know that you're saying this, and he tells her, he's like, I know you're saying this because you're feeling this way. Mm-hmm. I'm sorry you're feeling that way, but I didn't do anything wrong.
Yeah.
So like, and she's just like,
and he's straight up like, nothing you can do is going to make me love you less, so just relax. And
Why'd you look at me?
I was just wondering if you have thoughts.
oh
Do you
Speak.
What?
You can speak.
I don't know what you want me to say.
I mean, we're just going. I just want to
A
make
mile a
sure you
minute.
chime in.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Um,
Just inviting you to the conversation.
Thank you. You were like, and I was like,
wait, can you pull your thing back? It's like, yeah, there you go.
Much better.
It just looked weird. It was like right there.
well, when I
But yeah, if she loses,
Nick.
I wouldn't blame Nick for saying.
I would not.
for saying no.
After I saw that,
I don't
house,
think he's going to though.
I hope he doesn't, because I do think they could be like interesting together. But she's got to chill. Yeah,
So we have Ayana and Jarrett.
Yeah, I thought she was cute.
she's
She's
my
super
favorite.
really sweet. Yeah.
She's so cute, so
And I
like,
think
trendy.
I think they're
and
both
dorky.
like at least genuine. Like she's like genuinely trying to take him, like I don't know, take him at his word, even though she was his second pick. And I think it was like very commendable that he was very honest about that.
That's what I said. I think
Yeah.
I hope that they say yes, but I don't know. I don't think Sal and Mal are gonna get married.
Yeah. I really like Mallory, but she's like too good for Sal, and I think Sal's like kind of too good for her. Or like they're just like
Incompatible.
Incompatible, yeah.
Incompatible.
Yeah. It's not someone's better than the other one.
I am most curious about Deep Tea and Shake.
I know.
I truly like.
I like them both.
I like them together.
them both.
I've gone on a roller coaster of if I like Shake or not, because
Yeah.
I really have not liked the way he's talked about like their physical relationship or not wanting to have it. Like calling her like it feels like I'm with my aunt.
Well, I
Like,
think what he
come
means
on.
is like he's not like feeling that like intense passion. So, but he feels like love for her, but it feels like an aunt instead of like a wife.
I know, but that's like a hard word to remove. You know
Oh
what I
yeah,
mean?
if somebody said you remind me of my aunt, I'd be like, okay, well then we
But
are
it
done
was
here.
wild when he brought it up to her, and she was like, okay, like she was like weirdly receptive to it.
Yeah.
To where I was like, there's no world in which my feelings would not be hurt. If someone
But that's
said that
because
to me.
we grew up in a house where it's like a very like passionate relationship. Her parents were arranged marriage, and they're like the love will come if you guys just like let it grow.
Yeah.
But then whenever they were at like the bachelorette party or something, she was like, I don't know if I want to settle. Like I don't settle for someone who doesn't want all of me, every aspect of me. And I was like, at least you're acknowledging it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So by the time this comes out, we'll know what happens.
Okay, so who do we think gets married? I think
Okay.
Ayana and Jarrett will.
I agree. I think
Nick and Danielle will.
I think so too.
I think Mal and Sal won't.
Yeah, I don't think they will.
I kind of think they're the only ones that won't. I think
What about Natalie and Shane? I'm not sure.
Oh. No, you know what? I think they will because that's why they did the preview of them having a fight to like make us all nervous.
You're right.
Yeah.
Or what if Shaina comes to the wedding and crashes it?
And then Shane's like, I want to be with you.
I would die.
Yeah. Well, Shayna's been doing like a little press tour, and she's like, you're just going to have to wait and see. So who knows?
Oh my God.
I know.
I just like really don't like her.
I know. It's funny though. Like also, my best friend's name is Shayna. So like us being like, oh, we hate Shayna. It's like,
Well,
we love Shayna, but we hate Shayna.
I hate Shaina with an I.
Yeah. And also Shayna spells her name weird. The Shayna, S-H-A-I. And then also Shane spells his name weird.
S-H-A-Y-N-E.
That's like me spelling my name J-A-Y-D-E. That is taking this name to a porn star level.
Yeah.
From stripper to porn star.
Like P-A-Y-G-E.
No. That is trash. No offense to anyone. But yeah. Love is blind, but it's not.
Well, do you want to talk about Euphoria since we're talking about Love's Blind?
Yes. Euphoria Sunday night's episode was the play, which
I loved it.
I loved it too. And I was like not expecting. I was like, God, this fucking play. Like, why is this going to be a thing?
I was honestly like screaming from like how uncomfortable I was that like Lexi's so excited. She cannot
my God.
hide her smile. She's like, the time has come, everybody. And I'm just like sweating. I'm like, they're all in the audience.
Oh my gosh.
They have no idea.
But this is what I loved this episode, because like Lexi is one of those characters that I just like cannot get enough of, and I want more from her, and I got everything I needed. Like her backstage was sending me.
I love her.
The way she was bossing people around, and like when she turned around in that wig and she's like, I love the theater.
I loved this episode so
I did too.
freaking much.
It felt like it was just so fun to watch, because like you didn't know if it was like actually real life or the play, and then you get to know a little bit more about their backstories. I am obsessed with the moms on this show. I think Rue's mom and Cassie and Lexi's mom are like crack to me.
Whenever Cassie and Lexi's mom is like in the audience, and every time her character would come out, she'd start like screaming and clapping. She's like, that's me. I love her.
Oh my God. I love the mom so much. And I mean, I do love Rue's mom so much too. Like and also the acting on this show is freaking insane.
Yeah.
Like everyone, I think it's also the director, which he's, questionable, but like I think every character is so perfectly suited to the actor, or the actor is so perfectly suited to the character. It feels like so seamless to where like, it's like, are these what they're like in real life? Maddie, I cannot get enough of Maddie either. Like everything she says, I'm like, that's fucking iconic. Like on TikTok right now, is this fucking play about us? Yeah. Like, that simple line, I was just like, oh my God, I love the way she just said that.
It is true. Okay, I need your opinion on what do you think, because I found it really interesting how like we saw Nate like dressing Cassie, right? So it's like he wants to dress her. That's why, because in the previews I was like, oh my God, she looks just like Maddie. Yeah. Like I thought she was doing that, but he's dressing her the way he wants her to look. That's kind of weird. Do you think that he was molested by his dad, or do you think it was just like a dream because they both have been suppressing their sexuality and they're kind of like the same person? Like, what do you think that was about?
I think it's the trauma of finding all these videotapes, what are they called, discs of your dad porking men from such a young age.
And you also like men, and you think that you shouldn't.
I don't think Nate's gay. I think he's bi. I think he's like more fluid, but he just doesn't, he probably has grown up like super hetero, where it's like he doesn't even know what fluid is. So he probably like is scared he's like quote unquote gay, but I think he's just super fluid, and it's like he doesn't know how to acknowledge that.
Yeah, because
or like
he's always had to like suppress that part of him.
Yeah. But I think like the dreams are from the trauma of like seeing your dad have sex with like, just seeing your dad have sex is like gag, but like seeing it like him cheat on your mom and then also cheat on your mom with like boys, and also like the stuff he does is really weird. Like or not weird, like I don't want to yuck anyone's yums like if it's consensual, but like he like is gagging them. That's just a lot for a kid to see. So I think that's what the dream was about. But I did think that when I saw that too, I was like, wait, did he ever like have an assault on, like did his dad assault brother? Yeah, I mean, but God, like Eric Dane is really good in that role too, because you just like hate him.
You hate him, but like, oh my God, I love him.
Oh my God, he's so hot too. I'm like, oh, Cal daddy, but bad. And the mom is like so good in that role. Like their mom, like when she was
in the kitchen.
Yes. She's like, no, okay, yeah, sure. You didn't grab her, okay, yeah. Anyways,
yeah, like, and don't grab me. Yeah, she's like, don't get mad now. I don't need. What she said something like, I won't stay quiet. Like, she's like, I'll turn you. I'll like, whatever she said. I was like, hell yeah.
Oh my gosh. And then I loved the memes going around that were like people sending DMs to Euphoria, and they're like, if Fezco and Ashtray have even a scratch on them.
I am scared because some shit is going down with Fezco and Ashtray, and I don't know what it's gonna be.
I think that I think it's gonna be the cops
for sure,
and I think they're gonna get away and they're gonna be on the run, and then season 3 is gonna be like them on the run.
I mean, that's best case scenario.
Yeah.
Worst case, they die.
But I think we're not going to know that they get away from the cops until season 3, episode 1.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah.
Love that.
I was fully triggered though at the Rue episode where she was on the run. Like, that was too real. If you have ever had an addict in your life, this is the first I can watch addict shit all the time, but this is the first show where I was like, I need a break. Like, this is too much.
It was full anxiety from the very opening scene until the closing scene. Like, it was intense.
But the way they talk to you, the way they talk to everyone else, like the shit they do, deflecting, like her being like, how long have you been fucking Nate Jacobs? I was like, you addict.
And then she just snuck out the door.
Yeah, exactly. That's like what they do. It's too real.
Yeah.
But that scene was also so funny too. Like, it was so like chaotic, but like, if you've ever had like a bunch of teenage girls at your house, which obviously we have, it's just like, if there's any drama, it's like chaos.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And the two moms were like, relax, let's deal with this real quick. Like, relax. And they're just like, how long? Tell me when, blah, blah. I was like, oh shit, where's the popcorn?
Oh my gosh, yeah. But I've heard some stuff about the showrunner that has been... Okay, and by the way, I love seeing Sydney Sweeney's boobs. Like, her boobs are magnificent and a gift to us all, but like, there's a lot of Sydney Sweeney boobs on the show. And you can tell Maddie's character and Zendaya's character are like, or the actors are like, no, we're not showing boobs. Because they never show boobs.
Well, yeah, but it also wouldn't make sense for Zendaya to like show boobs because she's just always high.
Yeah, but like Maddie would make sense to show boobs.
True.
And even Jules doesn't really show her boobs.
Yes, she does.
But not like Sydney.
True.
Sydney's got those big old naturals, though, swinging around, so I don't blame them. But, I mean, it's like a little weird and creepy.
Okay.
How much is too much boobs?
I don't know. I think I maybe have like an unpopular opinion because like I do think it's weird that there was so much like nudity written in the show, but I do think it's like that Sam has been very like, anytime one of them has like voiced a concern, they've been like, oh, I don't think my character needs to be nude here. He's like, okay, like, yeah, okay.
Yeah, maybe.
And then it's like, so I guess like the question is like, well, why are all of these like nude scenes written in the first place? Like,
Yeah.
making it to where they have to like say something. But, and maybe it's me, just like the culture we've been living in. It's like, oh, but at least he's saying they don't have to show boobs if they don't want. But the thing that really bothered me is like, once I found out that because my first thought about Euphoria was, wow, this is like the first show that I've seen like equal like female and male nudity, until I found out all of the penises were prosthetics.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, well, those aren't fake boobs. Like, those aren't like, those are their real boobs. Why do the guys get fake penises? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's the only thing that makes,
Well, I think like
me weirded out.
I mean, I think it would be different if it was like the girls were showing their vaginas and the guys didn't have to show their penises. Except for the guys in my DMs.
What do you think?
Well, I don't watch Euphoria. Do the girls show their bottom halves?
There's no cracks.
Yeah, there's like
No cracks?
I mean, you see like
You see butt cracks, no vag cracks.
No labia majora?
No.
Okay, well then,
I don't know though, because like
I don't know. I feel like that's fair then.
They usually do the sex scenes from like the side, so you can't really see anything.
I was wondering if there were laws about like it would have to have a different rating if you could see like the genitals, and maybe that's why they do a prosthetic. Like
they're like not real
you can
genitals.
simulate sex, but you can't show real sex. You know, and so like I wonder if that's a difference. But I don't know.
I don't know either.
My last thing about Euphoria, all I'm gonna say is, who are they kidding that this play was put on by high school students?
Oh my God,
because
yeah.
like the production value of this, like the production level of this play was outrageous. And I was just sitting there and I was like, they did not make this stage. They could not afford this. I'm glad that they did. However, no high school could do this.
Yeah, like the lockers spinning in the middle.
everything, like literally everything, the lights, which whatever.
Do you think that their play production was more impressive than Jade's JV homecoming float?
Which theme was that?
I'm thinking
The
of
Munchkins?
that one.
Oh, the Munchkins float. Yeah. And by the way, can I just say, people online were like, in what world would any school administration approve this whole play knowing that the play is about people in the high school? And I just have to say, that's Keller.
No, where you're mistaken is what school would approve a play that they didn't even read? Because that's the thing. She was just like, hey, I spent like a week day and night writing a play. Can I put it on? And he's like, sure.
Yeah.
Didn't even read it.
But at Keller, my freshman year, before I got there, the seniors got to plan a pep rally. Oh. And they got to fully be in charge of the pep rally. And they would do skits in front of the entire school, making fun of people, calling them out by name. Like, they called out all my friends. And then finally, the parents called and were like, this is
not okay.
Actually fucked up. And so then the administration told them, like, we've had parents complain, which, why would you say that? And so then they had to, moving forward, the senior pep rally was like more of a theme. And that's why we had the Munchkins and then the Wizard of Oz. But yeah, like, no shit, the parents complained. That's crazy. They were like saying like, oh, my name is so-and-so and I am obsessed with this senior guy in front of the entire school.
That is ballsy.
That
I
so
swear
crazy.
to God, that only happens in Texas.
Oh my God.
Or Euphoria.
And Keller is like Mean Girl land. Like, it was Mean Girl land. Like, literally before the movie Mean Girls came out, I remember there was this list that I was a junior on varsity, and then the seniors on varsity cheer created this list that said, you know, you're a junior cheerleader when, and it detailed literally like all this crazy stuff, like people's like home life, the guys they've hooked up with, like my car. I drove a Ford Pinto. It was like, you know, you're a junior cheerleader when you drive a Ford Pinto. One of my friends, I guess, like, there was a rumor going around that she thought she got pregnant by like swallowing a guy's semen, and so then they put that on there. I was at a party once and I like was drinking shots inside a closet, and then I came out and I was drunk, and everyone's like, Jade is fake drunk, like she wasn't even drinking. And so then that was on the list, if you think you get drunk off of like soda, because we were drinking soda, and all the guys were like, oh yeah, like this is spiked, but we knew it wasn't spiked. We had hidden shots with us. So that was on the list. And then they photocopied that list, created it on school computers, photocopied it, spread it around the school. Like, so when we're getting out of our like third period class, we're like, what the fuck is this? And I'm like, I bring it home, and luckily none of this, I just got into Keller though, so like I couldn't have like really done that much to like be on this list too much. But like, I showed mom and dad, and I was like, hello. And mom called the principal. She's like, what is going on here? Like, who's watching these kids during school?
Yeah.
It was crazy. I mean, I have like so many things I can like list about. Like, my grade was wild.
Your grade was freaking wild. I feel like that was definitely like, there was like some tension for me, like my grade, the grade above or whatever, but like pretty minimal.
I was so tame at Keller High School.
Yeah.
We were bullies.
Could not have been tamer.
And my grade was bullies right back down to like everyone. One time there was a rumor about this girl who hooked up with like a bunch of guys, which was probably like looking back not good at all. And then my friends got in a train around her table at lunch and went choo choo, chugga 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 choo. Like, that was so mean. It was crazy.
Oh my God.
Yeah. I don't even know. I probably like literally blacked out a lot of stuff that happened.
I'm glad I didn't go to high school with you.
Oh yeah. Like, another thing that happened on school property is this guy that used to have a crush on me, and I like kind of turned him down, and then we became like this weird like frenemy situation. He put my face on a horse's body and like and photocopied it, and then literally it was pasted from the cheerleading locker room across the street to the parking lot to my car. And I was like, this is so much effort. Like, he had to make it,
dedication,
photocopy it, tape it to the ground, and everyone knew it was me. I mean, I was driving a Ford Pinto. Like, as if I didn't stand out enough. I came to mom, and that was the first time I cracked. I'd like cried. I was like, what the fuck is this?
damn.
Yeah. So, I mean, this shit happened. I mean, luckily for Gen Z, I feel like you guys are like protected, because we were not.
That didn't happen in my grade.
That didn't happen to me.
You know the meanest thing someone did to me in my grade? And I had the biggest crush on this guy. You know him. You had a class with him, and I told you I had a crush on him.
Oh, I know who it is.
He's a year older than me. He took like a, it wasn't a Nutter Butter, but it was like something where it was like a wafer and like there was like peanut butter on the inside and it was like covered in chocolate. He split it in half, walked up behind me, and put either side on my freaking cheeks. He like made me a sandwich. I was like, are you serious?
And it's like, when that stuff happens to you at that age, you're just like immediately mortified.
Okay. Can I also just say, Bailey was in 4th grade one time.
5th.
No, this is when you did something
Uh-oh.
bad.
Oh no.
So Bailey,
no.
out of
Why are you
nowhere,
outing me?
she just got this wild hair up her ass. And this kid in her elementary school class, he's going to sit down, and she just, right when he's on his way to sitting down, she just knocks the chair out from under him.
I have such a pit in my stomach from thinking about that because he fell back and hit his head on the seat, and he like looked at me like, why did you do that?
Why did
I like
you do
have
that?
nightmares.
Okay, wait.
Because it's so something dad would do. He made you fall,
So
you
then-
know, but
so
he wouldn't let us fall.
And
in our
then
heads.
someone was like, are you okay? And he's like, yeah, I'm okay. Like, I'm fine. So then a year later, karma comes for Bailey. Do you want to tell it or should I?
I'll tell it. This girl, literally, also for no reason, I did not have it.
That's why it's
And
karma.
we weren't even in the same class. We didn't talk ever. She had no reason to be upset with me or whatever. She walks over with a whole ass banana and smears it into my hair. Like, squishes it into my hair like she's doing like some kind of mask or something. Also, she's the biggest kid in our grade.
Bailey's at lunch sitting down at a table, like minding her own business.
Oh my God.
Out of nowhere, banana on my head, smash, and I had to like go to the bathroom and wash banana out of my hair in 5th grade, so I had wet hair the rest of the day.
And that's why we don't pull people's chairs out from underneath
That,
them.
you know what?
Because
It
that is
still probably was worse what I did. I still feel bad.
I don't know. Banana in the hair is pretty bad.
It's
Okay.
just like a different level. It's like, I feel like mine was like very impulsive. I saw my window and I like did, it was like, hee, just kicked it out. That was some premeditation to peel the banana, walk over, and smear it on me. Like that was
Smear it.
premeditated.
I don't know if I should say this or not.
What?
It wasn't necessarily like physically hurtful mean, but
I like the
when
word
I
confessing.
was in 4th grade, I'm sitting at like we had little tables in like groups of 4, right? So I accidentally tooted, and it was
Was it SBD?
it was silent, but it was a diddly. And so I obviously smell it immediately because I dealt it, you know what I mean? And before anyone else could smell it, I go, oh, James, you farted. And everyone, no one missed a beat. They were just like, oh, James, it stinks. And this poor kid's like, what? No, like I didn't fart because he didn't. He didn't. I did.
But then the more you deny it, the more it looks like you
So he's like, oh no, like I didn't do it. And we're like in 4th grade. And he's like, and everyone's like, ew, James, it's so gross, it smells. And I'm like, yes.
Yeah, you're
stinky.
disgusting.
Stinky James.
Stinky James. Stinky James.
And honestly, I think about that at least once a week.
Oh my God.
That I made this poor boy take the fall for my stinky toot.
And it was 4th grade?
4th grade.
So you were in Glendora?
I was in Glendora.
Oh no.
I
I
know.
did so much shit at that elementary school. Like I was like running around that place like I was a little punk. And luckily we had the mom that we did because I got out of a lot of trouble thanks to her.
Yeah. Whew. That's good.
Stinky James. I wonder what Stinky James is up to now.
You should send him a pizza.
He's not stinky.
You should send him a can of beans.
And I'm pretty sure he's doing really good things with his life.
Oh,
Because
yeah.
every once in a while, I will stalk him on Facebook because I
You're
truly,
wondering if you should message him.
I feel that bad. And I'm like, he is not going to remember this. But I think about it all the time.
Oh my gosh.
I bet he remembers it.
Yeah, he
So-
definitely remembers that. He's like, fuck Paige.
If you're
He's like, I've been
if you're
working so
listening to
hard the
this
rest
right
of my
now,
life.
I am truly so sorry.
And we're wishing you well.
I just assumed that I did something super embarrassing in front of like almost every person I grew up with.
Oh, I mean, I'm
Of course.
Like whenever I see
We all
people from
did.
Glendora, because we moved when I was a sophomore in high school, I just assume I'm like, was I nice to you last time I saw you? I hope so.
because I had my puffy nipples then.
Because I was, my nipples were puffing through my shirt. And the kids were calling me Blissant because one day I just grew C boobs out of nowhere.
Must have been nice.
Yeah, they were like, Jade stuffs her bra. And I was just like, no, I don't.
I can't help it.
I can't help it. I have some Sydney Sweeney's on me.
Paige
Prove
accused
it.
me of stuffing my bra just a couple weeks ago. I was just wearing a sports bra and I came into her office. And she was like, did you stuff your bra? And it's because I just put my bra on and it had like the pads in, but they were like kind of
Oh.
wrinkly. And I was like,
So it
What
looked like
do
she
you
had like
think?
tissue like
Oh my
rolled up
God.
in there. And I was
Why
like,
don't you take those little pads out?
all right, well, thanks guys for listening to Your Poor Dad. Again, please subscribe everywhere you can. Please follow us on Instagram, subscribe on Apple, Spotify, whatever.
And grab your parents' phone whenever you're around them. Grab anyone you know's phone and then just subscribe. Play the episode. Put it on silent so they don't even know that the episode's playing. And then we'll just get like 1 million listens. And then
on all of your Instagram stories and posts, just like hashtag get our poor dad to Soldier Field.
Yeah.
You can even like hide. We don't even have to see it on the picture. Just like put it in there and we just need the hashtag.
maybe you can even like hashtag puffy nipples on stuff. And like,
Yeah.
so people know like you're in the puffy nipple gang.
Yeah. One of my friends did say that ever since we posted our puffy nipples episode, they're like, you guys have referenced puffy nipples at least once in every episode
Yeah.
since then. And I'm like, because it's so funny.
Because we're
like,
the PNG.
like, how are we
puffy
not?
nipple gang.
Honestly, that's probably going to be like our first merch.
Yeah.
Puffy nipples.
Like
You heard it
maybe
here
it's
first.
like puffy on one boob and then nipples on the other boob. And
Yeah.
it's like little stars.
Sounds good to me.
Yeah. All right.
All right.
Stay tuned.
Thanks, guys. Bye.
bye-bye.